This is Alliance War Season 39, War number 4. I will be bringing a team of Stryfe, Hood, and Tiger, so the same one as last war, I believe. So this will be a fairly short war video, mostly just because I screwed up the screen recordings and some of them did not save. Apparently I didn't have enough storage space on my phone, so that was unfortunate. So as usual, I'm taking Path 5, along with the right side mini bosses and the boss. The boss is a Quicksilver, which I will be taking with Stryfe, and unfortunately that didn't record either. I was very proud of that fight. We'll see the stats on it later. I did take a screenshot of it. At least that saved. So these first few fights are fairly straightforward. Nothing crazy going on. I believe I do get clipped once. I'm still a little rusty with Stryfe after all. Not sure why. I guess I just haven't been using him as much as usual. So here, this war was fairly expensive, but no deaths, so I'm happy with that. So here, just trying to get him down. I throw the special not into his block there. It was perfectly fine. It actually was better that he blocked it, that the hit monkey blocked the special, because then I got to build up my charges a little bit more for the next fight. So next up we have this America Chavez. Again, ebb and flow knockdown. So for this, the plan, I usually try to avoid dexing just so I don't fuel Mystic Dispersion. Usually it's not that big of a deal, but I do try to avoid it whenever I can. Also, if you guys didn't know, that's a very common thing I do. After I throw a heavy attack, I dash in right away. For some reason, the AI can't parry you there if you dash in fast enough, or maybe the AI just doesn't. But yeah, here I try to avoid dexing, do get hit. I parry the second hit of the special one. America Chavez's power gain can get out of control sometimes. Also, right there was really weird too, but the heavy hitter does activate a passive unstoppable on the defender, and I thought Stryfe would nullify it because he nullifies almost any form of unstoppable, but apparently he doesn't nullify that. So that is a good thing to know for the future. This fight, I believe I do screw up. I would like to say I'm a very solid Tiger player, so I do know her animations very well, but for some reason I just screwed up in this fight. See right there, get those ruptures on me, deals a lot of damage. So it does cost me some potions, but it's an easy fight after all still, so. Yeah, she even died a little bit too fast. I couldn't get any more persistent charges there. So here I have somebody else take Domino, since I do not have anybody that can take that fight properly. I do take that Nick there. So the plan against this Nick Fury is just to avoid him throwing the special one because of Bubble Shield. The thing with Stryfe, he can block any unblockable hits if you end a combo with light attack and apply that passive concussion on your defender, on the defender. So I do try to do that. That's kind of like the worst case scenario if you go to 10 charges on Bubble Shield and you absolutely need to block an unblockable hit. Then you can end a combo with a light attack and then you'll be safe. So there's always that fallback, but I do try to push him to special 2. He does have this special 2 focus, so that does help the fight go along pretty well. I also had a teammate place Horseman for me, because I will be taking a lot of fights with Stryfe in this war. Another thing to keep in mind when fighting Nick Fury is you have to watch his tactical charges. Otherwise you can't throw the special 1 and build up your charges with those. So here I already screwed up already. I didn't bait the special 2. He accidentally threw the special 1. See right there, I had to parry. I couldn't try to let him miss because he had more than 5 charges. The unsteady ground debuff does make me glance, but it does help me heal up a little bit as well from willpower. So I don't mind that at all. So here I don't go for the special 2, I want to go for the special 3 to bank more of those persistent charges. Stryfe hits very hard in general, so I probably didn't need to, but it's always nice to have. So right there, you see I get hit once because I was past 10 charges on Bubble Shield, but that's okay. The Horseman of Apocalypse ability helped me out there. I was very much hoping that he would dash in at that moment just so I could get some more persistent charges, but that's quite alright. It's not that big of a deal. And Nick Fury is down. I don't lose that much health, so it's always nice. Even if you screw up with the glancing and all of that from Stryfe, you're kind of safe. So here I'm having a teammate place a White Magneto pre-fight. White Magneto pre-fights do fuel Kitty as a defender. She does gain more prowess. And my plan here is really just to nuke her down. That's all there is to it. A hard counter for this fight, I believe, is Omega Sentinel. She shuts down the Kitty's prowess as well as completely ignores that nullify. So there, I throw the special, and here I screw up. I accidentally miss the heavy. But no worries, I just try to avoid having her throw a special attack, and she goes down. Next up, we have the Stryfe. So again, Stryfe does have that tag, the Psychic Shielding, so none of the invisibility will trigger. It is Ebb and Flow Intercept, so I do try to get a light attack intercepts, and I get it here, which is very nice, just to get some extra damage. I usually go for light attack intercepts. I don't commit to the medium, unless if I'm very certain that the defender will dash in. Stryfe has a very short light attack, so you have to get used to that spacing a little bit. I figured there was no point in going for the special 3 to bake more charges, so I just let the special 2 rip and he goes down. So apparently the Penny fight didn't record either. The Rintra fight did not record also. It did cost me some potions, but now we're going right into the Gore fight just because those fights didn't record. For those previous fights, Penny was mostly just like, how fast can I nuke her? And then Rintra, you just had to play it slow. Heavy counter his special ones. That's a good tip against Rintra. You can always dash back 3 times, release the heavy, and it will fully counter him. It'll remove his mystical charges. He won't place any ruptures on you, and then it's a very easy fight. So this Terex here is a little bit more of an involved fight. I do use this technique with Tiger. It's called agrocepting. I did not come up with it, so do not count me as the credit for that term. But here we go. Basically, it's you can dex and then release the heavy for against usually only Terex. There are very few others. I'd imagine it might work against like other super aggressive champions, maybe like Weapon X or something, but I haven't actually tried it to know. I only know that it works against Terex, specifically when he has his rock field active. So he goes down. Debuff Detox does help very much there because of the unsteady ground. global node. So we have the Spider Ham. I had a teammate place a white Magneto pre-fight, and unfortunately that did not record. So here we go. That was the kill on Quicksilver. Wasn't on the screen for long, but as you can see, very fast fight. It was a minute. It was basically just special 1. I believe I launched 2 special 1s and then a special 2, and it was game over. It was a very fast fight. I barely lost any health. I lost like 30% health. So Stryfe is very good for Quicksilver if that Stryfe is ramped up. The only thing you have to watch out for is the special 1, because once Quicksilver launches his special 1, he will gain momentum, and then he counters miss. So usually the plan, the way that I fight Quicksilver, is I'll push him to a special 2, I'll eat it into the block, not a big deal. But then that way he doesn't gain momentum, doesn't counter miss. So then I can use my special 1 with Stryfe, have Quicksilver miss a bunch because he does so many hits with this combo, and basically ramp him up all the way, let the special 2 rip, and it's gone. It's a lot of damage. And especially with Horseman, it's even more damage. So I could have brought Kitty and Tigra into this war. It's definitely a consideration, but I felt like having some fun with Stryfe in this war. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next video. I've been a little bit behind on these videos, but I'm hoping I can bang them out soon.